working. Now I've got bad internet. I give up. You know, I want to try to do something sometimes, and it just doesn't work sometimes. I had city council tonight, and they just went on sometimes they just want to talk about everything. We got people in town that want to turn a piece of property into a mobile home park, which got everybody upset. So I've got to get myself together here. He's at the sea. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, David. Hey, David. Let's get this show on the road. We're burning daylight. Okay. Today is. This is basically a special. This is not anything earth-shattering. I'm not. I just want to talk, and hopefully other people will watch this video one of these days. And okay, there's two things that I'm going to do here. I'm going to just basically talk about, because people are kind of wondering, you know, tribute to Pee Wee Herman. Ha ha! Hey, listen. Now listen, my name is Pee Wee Herman. Ha ha ha!
Listen here, Sherry. You better listen to me,
or else I'm going to do something you're not going to like. Ha ha! I made so much money off of Pee Wee Herman when I had Young's Newsstand. I did these commercials, and I made so much money off of these commercials. I did these really weird Pee Wee Herman commercials. Okay. So today, this is just kind of a fun show. And I just kind of wanted to talk about why, and maybe you guys can comment and we can share it in this video, but you know, why I think slot cars are so popular right now. And it's really a perfect storm, okay? Let the fun commence. That's right, that's right, Robert Fish. We're in a perfect storm, in a sense, okay, with slot cars. We basically had a pandemic in which everybody was home. We didn't know what to do, okay? And the other thing about the perfect storm is that the convergence of the ages, okay? Because if you take, so slot cars died in a sense that the major manufacturer like Tyco, Race Masters, they really lost their huge market share in the sense of your department store chains. And that all happened in the 80s and the 90s. A lot of department stores went out of business in the 90s, especially, well, actually 80, probably 1990 to 1995 is when I would say 50% of your department store chains around the United States just closed. Just closed. They just went out of business. I mean, we had 5 in Ohio area that just, they evaporated. They didn't have any, they just went out of business. There was nothing left. And so, you know, through the 70s and the 80s, you know, you would have sets at Sears and JCPenney. So, and Montgomery Ward, you know, you had so many different chains that just evaporated. They left. And then all of a sudden, you know, you had the electronic age that started in the late 80s. I know I used to go to video game stores and just spent hundreds of dollars and when I was in the Navy. But I always was kind of remembering slot cars. I always remembered it. And, you know, when I first got married, I was collecting some cars. And I told you the story how my shed was burnt down and I lost all my collection. Just was burnt up, just burnt up basically. In flames. It went up in flames. And so you had all these guys that grew up with slot cars. So my age, okay, so you could say from 50 years old to, we'll say 75, okay? You know, if you're in your 70s, you probably played with it in the 60s, okay? If you're my age, if you're 60s, like 65 to 59, you probably played with it in the 70s. And you might have had a set when your children grew up. Now, my son, you know, Ryan, so he's 34, he grew up with it because I sold it. He literally went with me to every distribution center. I mean, just literally went everywhere with me. And so people, you know, during the pandemic, they really didn't have anything to do, you know. And all of a sudden, here comes ProTinkerToy, and I'm just one vendor, okay? Believe me, I'm not necessarily tooting my horn. I'm just saying that I'm one vendor that had a passion to do something that no one else was doing. And that is basically create a hobby that was dead. I mean dead. Now I'm going to be doing a trade show in Vegas, which has probably never been done. So I'm going to be setting up a booth of Auto World. And I'm going to be setting up a table, and I'm going to be setting up a racetrack, and I'm going to be promoting slot cars like never before. Now, I have no idea what's going to happen. Auto World paid for the table, and I just say, you know what? Great. It could be the biggest bomb on earth. Okay? Or it could be a huge success. I don't know. But one thing I do realize, especially with you guys and people that are watching, is that the guys out there want to connect with other guys. They feel like they've been alienated, which they have really, and they want to feel connected with just a little toy. It's a toy. It's just a little slot car. Check that one-eyed beetle. Just a one-eyed beetle. Okay. They just want to have fun. They want to be creative. They want to do things that they don't know about. No, the ASD show in Vegas, August 20th through the 24th. I'll be in Vegas. If you want to come and help me, I can bring up to 2 extra people I can. And a lot of these kids might have had a 1970 or a 1959 Fury. I had a 1965 Ford Mustang. A lot of the girls in high school, they had a lot of Furies, Plymouth Furies. I mean, they were everywhere in Bowling Green. There must have been 3 1959 Furies in high school when I was in high school. But they remember playing with these cars here. And by showing this layout here, this is the layout we built in 2020, okay? People connect. They say, hey, you know what? Maybe this is something I want to do. Maybe this is something I want to get into. It's fun. My grandkids could come over and help have fun with it. And that's what guys are doing. I get guys calling all the time. They just want to have fun. They just want to literally have fun, and they're moving their little they're moving their Mayflower van. The problem with the Mayflower van, when you're driving it on this track, because it's got a lot of guardrails, it gets snagged. Let's take the trailer off and just do the semi. Well, he just came right off, didn't he? This is what I remember. This is what I remember doing as a kid. I'd get these cars on the track. I just thought this was so cool. And I had my building set up. Let me show you the table real quick. I'll just show you a couple little things that I've been doing. Eye level. Yeah, eye level. Got my buildings over there. And this is what I do. This is what I did when I was 11 years old. I would just race my car on the track. I'd turn my steering wheel on the other car and let my Thunderjet drive the one car, and I would drive my car. And just have fun. And then I'd take the car apart. I would pull the body apart, and I would open up the car, check the brushes, and especially Thunderjets. Because Thunderjets had this very unique body. Very unique. It's called the Pancake. I love Autoworld. It's early JLs because they represent a second chance to have pancake motor cars. No, see, that's what I love about that's why I love about the Thunderjets. I love the pancake motor. It brings a simplicity to the track. It also, you can then, guys have made, what are those TRX chassis? The experimentals, which we sell and all that. But it just adds a different level to the pancake motor, okay? And that's why people love about it. You put your chassis back on. I remember taking these things apart so many times. Unbelievable. It was just a lot of fun. We have a lot of people that call. Sometimes I can't get to everybody. I got a guy that I was supposed to design a layout, and I forgot even the guy's name. If he's watching, please call me tomorrow so I can work on your layout. There's just so many things to do. Daniel's in Waco, Texas tonight, trying to get back to his wife. And this is basically, these were basically the almost the Super 3s or the Super Gs. These are kind of similar to them. These are the Super 3s though. The Super 2s were very popular. Some people like these motors better. Some people don't like Auto World's Super 3s at all. I don't know why. You got 4-gear, which is just an awesome chassis. I think with the new magnets on these four gears, they really made these cars very unique, you know. But see, guys like to do things. They want to get into things, you know. They want to tinker, and that's what we're all about. Okay. Now, am I perfect? No. You're probably saying, why do you want to do this video today? Oh, I don't know. I just have, you know, there's so many people that are calling us wanting to get into slot cars, and you know, there's so many people setting up layouts, let me do something here. I want to show you guys. So this is what I've done to the layout. We're going to be doing some new things with the layout. We're going to have the Derby. This is where the Derby Mania is going to be. We're going to have Derby Manias, and we're going to be racing Derby cars. And this is going to be another competition that we're going to have here. Okay. So that's the Derby track. I set it up. Change it, repeat. Let's see. Change it, repeat. Hang on. Almost me to shift. I don't understand you guys with these one-line sentences. And then we got all the cars over here now. The whole graveyard. This is the graveyard. All the cars in the graveyard. And then we have all the little things that our customers sent me. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do about 5 auctions, or not auctions, junkyards. We've got tons of parts and cars. I'm going to be taking parts out of here. I'm going to be taking cars out of here, and every little thing I have, I'm going to be making about 10 junkyards, and we're going to be taking pictures of those tomorrow night. But this is the layout right now as we've got it here, because the first Thursday of September will be our first race, and this is the Victory 400 race, baby. And this is basically 2 sheets of plywood. Okay, you got a sheet of plywood here. You got a sheet of plywood here. This is probably the best layout you can design for your house if you've got this type of layout right here. Plenty of room to do a 2-lane track, a very complicated 2-lane track. You could do that. I get tired of running the same layout, so I will never have a permanent layout. No, and that's great, Kevin. That's totally, I totally agree. Okay. You know, now the only reason I did this was just to show people what you potentially could do. Okay. This is a train layout in a sense. Okay. This is the funness of how to make your layout look more even. Kids love to watch this and race this. And this is part of the fun. You got Mount Rushmore over here. You got the 5 presidents over there. You got George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, and Donald Trump. Yes. This is where we got banned from Facebook, is because of my Trump signs. All my Trump signs got banned from Facebook when I did a video of this. A lot of people love this layout. I love this layout. I love to keep adding things to this layout. I grew up with a permanent layout. HO slot cars and trains. Everybody did. This is why I do this, because there's a lot of guys out there that just don't know what to do in their life right now. They're, I was talking to, you know what happened today? It was really amazing. I got on Facebook and I forgot, and I got on Facebook and I saw this email that came in from Susan Gardner, Ron Gardner's mother. Okay. And we had about an hour conversation about Ron Gardner. And I told him how important he was to our live stream. He'd always put a little comment. He had the oddest things to say, okay? But he was just another guy that just wanted to have fun. And his life, unfortunately, was cut off short. And Moo, that's right, Moo. He would always say Moo. And I had a great conversation with Ron's mom, and so I want to do something here. I'm going to do something that I had planned not to do. And I want to show you something that I thought was going to be kind of cool. So I'm going to take, this is another one of the pit kits. And this is this is item number TRX114. Okay, I left this on. Ooh, I hate when I leave on my, solder iron on. I hate that when I do that. Let me turn this on. Okay, gotta plug that in. Have my light here. So we're just gonna have a quiet little time here for a couple minutes. And I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. Now, I'm just gonna get this ready, okay, for when I paint it. But I have to prep it first, okay? Now, everybody told me that, well, Bryan, you're supposed to soak your cars in you're supposed to soak your cars in oil or water to get all the oils off it, and that could be true. That's true. I'll admit to that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Bel Air and I'm going to make it a derby, a demolition derby vehicle. And I'm going to heat it up here in a second. And I'm going to just put dinks in it, like a dent here. And I'm going to put a crushed in corner here. And I'm going to make it look like it's been damaged. Okay. And then I'm going to paint it tomorrow. Okay. And we'll see what it looks like. Okay. This is going to be another one that we're going to sell. This comes in like two parts. Okay. So let me go I need a pair of tweezers so I can hold on to it. Now I bought this new, it's called it's a Chinese. It's pretty crappy, but I bought it just because it was so inexpensive. It's basically an air solder gun. It basically shoots out air, hot air, without burning anything. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to my car with tweezers, okay? Let's see. The camera mounted on the rubber. Oh, I know, I don't like this. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this off of this bouncy thing. This is, Adam bought this for me, guys. If you want to blame somebody, blame Adam for this crappy thingamajig. I'll just put the phone, I'll just put it right here. All right, is that better? Is that better? Is that better? Bryan, Bryan, remember to marinate the body in Goo Gone before painting. That's right. I am going to do that. That's right. All right. So first what we're going to do is we're going to put a pair of tweezers to hold on to the body. Because what I've got to do now is I'm going to warm up one section at a time. And I'm just going to heat it enough to where it gets soft. I don't want to burn it. I just want to get it soft so that if, oh shoot. Okay, well that's not bad. That looks like it's been damaged. Now I have this that I can do some dents in it. Well, that's not working. Now this thing's not working. Shoot. Come on. A lot of people are saying, why is he doing this to this body? There's a good dent. Look at that guy. He's really taking a, oh my gosh, he's taking a crumpling. Okay, I think I screwed this up big time. I don't think I did. Where's my... I think I overcooked this thing. Try the chassis down. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to put the chassis on it. I'm gonna use this one first. I want to see if I can get it on it first. I should be able to at least try to fit it on there. Okay, so the problem is the axle needs to be up forward. And this car is not, the Volkswagen has to be all the way in the back. I'm just experimenting, guys. This is the fun part about it. You have to be willing to have fun. If you're not willing to have fun, then don't get into the hobby. You know what I'm saying? You have to have fun. If you're not willing to have fun, don't get into the hobby. What did he say? What he says, no fear, he has inventory. Alrighty, let's see here. That looks pretty good, actually. Actually, you know what? One part we don't need on this car is the windows, because in a demolition derby, they've taken the windows out of the car. So we don't need the windows. And the windows are already completely crushed. So we just want the car, okay? And we want the post missing. Now the car, I could probably warm it up and stretch it if I have to. Let me get a chassis, okay? Hold on a second. I think I put a little bit too much heat on one side. I think I messed up. Looks great. Well, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and use this because I think I could still screw the posts in. Let me see if I can screw this thing in. Let's just use these screws. Because again, it's a demolition derby. So the car is going to have to be, I mean, you try driving on a track in a demolition car, okay? So I don't want to hear it that, well, Bryan, that's not authentic. You're ruining the whole, see, and this is all broken off. So we're going to leave that the way it is. So let's get a screw. You know what? Forget it. I don't care if it's bobbing around. It's just going to have to be in this stupid thingamajiggy. Now I got to find the stupid screw. This is the frustration. This is the hobby that you get into. Okay, this is the excitement. This is the agony of defeat. This is the fun that you endure because you want to have fun. You want to have fun. And that's why people call me, Bryan, I want to have fun. I want to get into slot cars, Bryan. Can you help me? And I go, yes, I can, my friend. I can help you most definitely. How can I help you, my friend? And they end up buying a set. And they have fun setting it up. And then they watch me in my silly videos. And they go, well, this guy is having fun. Why can't I have fun at this? And they end up buying a race set and then racing it again and again. All right, I got that screw in. That's the rear screw. I lost the screw. Unbelievable. You know, I've been listening to these short stories about, they're science fiction short stories about humans and joining the intergalactic, the intergalactic council and all that, and how it's completely opposite the way we have this vision that, you know, that alien or humans would be annihilated first, when it's actually the humans, because of their unpredictability and their odd shape and everything, that they become the dominant species of all these races, and that the humans just are do really dumb things and they don't know why they're doing them. And alrighty, now let's see here. I think this was a great experiment. I'm going to get another one of these bodies, because I think I can cut this off a little bit. Because you know that if you're in a derby, that your car, you're going to have to cut parts of your metal off so that your tires will run. And this car is so messed up. Look at that guy. Look at that chassis. I'm trying to get this tires to work, but okay, so that works. But when I try to screw the chassis in, it doesn't work. I think tomorrow night I'll just get a new chassis and I won't put as much heat on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the concept is a good concept. Now, why is that not turning now? Nothing is... Oh, I know why. There's that extra screw. I wondered where the other screw went, and it's right there. It's stuck in the chassis. Oh my gosh, what an idiot. Okay, so let's get this back together. I'm going to at least paint this one as an experiment. How's that? You think that'd be a cool idea? Just as an experiment. How's that? Okay, now why? Okay, now it shouldn't be doing that. What is in the gears that's making that not turn correctly? There's nothing touching there. There's nothing touching there. Maybe the chassis is being torqued, twisted. Use a Dremel tool and spot sand the damage. I think I'm twisting the chassis to where the motor is not yeah, I think I've screwed up this chassis or body too much, because when I try to screw it in there, it just, because it's torqued or it's so twisted that it puts a pressure on the engine. I'm going to have to do a new body. I just can't let it get that mold or lose that much of its shape. So I was a failure tonight. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for my complete abject stupidity. It doesn't always happen this way, that I fail so miserably, and I'm sorry for being such a loser to the crowd. But let me show you. This is why sometimes when you get in an accident, you really can't drive the car anymore because your body is so screwed up. Tim, you really think Bryan should be in charge of a high-speed tool of any kind? I think not. He has a lot of his fingers. When you spot sand lines on body, they really show through the paint like scrapes. Bryan, that's an interesting demonstration. Save it and put it on a monster truck on top of the... Okay, you see how that chassis is kind of... You see how it's crooked? So when my wife got in an accident with my 1985 Ford Escort, 85 and a half, it was never the same because it was front. She got hit on the side. They repaired it, but it was never the same. The car was literally never the same. I should have just told him, listen, this thing is, I totaled. But yeah, I can't use this, unfortunately. The only way I could do it is if I stretched it, but I would have to heat it at such a low temperature. Let me see if I can... No, it's torque. It's putting a torque on the motor. See, I need a rack. I need to pull the chassis. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, I can pull it right there. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There we go. There we go. I think it might center out now. Now I can fix these posts. I can put plastic over there. Overall, the car looks pretty danged up. I mean, it looks like it's gone through a pretty bad demolition. Let's put it that way. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, tomorrow, I'm going to get some plastic and I'm going to glue it like it's been repaired. So like the roof has been repaired. Okay, because they take the windows out of these things. And I think I can take some plastic and scrape enough of it. So that's basically the first draft. How about a demolition Mayflower truck? Are you kidding me? Oh, no. Why would you say that? That is just a beautiful vehicle. Doesn't that look awesome? Hey, thanks. We got 39 people and 39 thumbs up. That is just awesome. So that's basically my demolition derby car. This is a prototype. And looks pretty cool in the front end, looking like it's really been smashed in. Your fenders have been really just gashed in. This side's really been crushed in by another car, and that one's been smashed in on that side. You did it. I did it. Yes. Bryan Young with ProTinkerToys.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button, and I will bring this over here. Tomorrow night, we're going to do about 5 auctions. Or not 5 auctions. We're going to do about 10 tune-up kits. Or not tune-up kits. We're going to do about 10 junkyards. And we're going to have some great cars in the junkyards. So, and then they're going to go up for sale. They will all go up for sale at the same time on Friday at 10 o'clock. So you want to make sure you're up and awake at 10 o'clock. So I will need some plastic. I'll carve some plastic from a body. Actually, you know what? I got this body right here, this Bel Air. I could use this body as a demolition car because I lost the hood to this. Could take some parts from that. Yeah, look at that, huh? I'll let that dry. I'm kind of fixing. I'm scrapping pieces together to fix the roof, and I'll let this dry tonight, and then I'll finish it tomorrow. That's cool right there. That'll be neat. So that will dry, and then I'll cut that off so that looks like it's been repaired. It's all about being creative, okay? It's all about having fun. That's why we're doing this. That's what we love to do. We just love to be creative. We love to tinker. I like to tinker. I might not get anything done. Here's another set of cars that are coming soon. Look at that, baby. I turned off my soldering iron. Thank you very much. And then we have this car coming out soon. Check out that baby. How many people want to buy this, huh? Isn't that sweet? Super Samurai. How much? He doesn't know much about anything, but he knows a lot about everything. Or that's true, Robert. I mean, you couldn't put it any more perfect. Well, I could put it more perfect because I tell David I don't know a lot about anything, but I know a lot about everything. Be cool to melt down a cop car. Well, guys, I think it's been an hour. I just wanted to do this fun video tonight. I hope you guys had fun enjoying watching me and talking to me. Basically, I just kind of wanted to talk about slot cars. How slot cars is our hobby. We grew up with it. We're in our 50s, and now we're going to be influencing other kids that are in their 30s and 40s. I've got a half a dozen that come in my store that are in their 40s because they had it when they were in their 20s or teen, or when they were in the 12 and 11 in the 90s, okay? Because they were born in probably 1980, okay? No, yeah, 1980, and so they'd be 43 right now, and they, in 1990 is when they were playing with them. Just telling you, this is why I think we are in a perfect place in history for slot cars. I just believe that more than anything else. We are literally in a perfect time frame for slot cars. And I think it could last another 10 years, at least 10 years. And it could go even 20 years. But I think that we're going to have a good run for the next 10 years. Could you please post pictures of the blue Chevys in the package? Yes, I will. I'll take a picture of these tomorrow, and I will take a picture of these tomorrow, and I'll put them on our website. They'll be up tomorrow, along with this. All right? Thank you very much. I appreciate you kind of nailing me on that. These will be up on the website by tomorrow. Okay? Passion cars will never die. That's true. All right, guys. I want to thank everybody for watching the live stream. Thanks for coming. We'll see you tomorrow night from 6 to 7. We're going to do a bunch of junkyards, and we'll finish. I'm going to finish letting this dry, and then I'm going to paint it tomorrow too. Thanks a lot. God bless.